Hello, hello, hello to all of my Leos. Thank you so much for joining Queen Amun Ra's reading on today. This is for this week, June 9th through next Tuesday. I want to remind you guys that there are a lot of planets in retrograde right now, specifically Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn are in retrograde right now. So right now, a lot of people are reviewing areas of love and money. That's for Venus, okay? Love could mean romantic love, family love, or self-love, okay? But those things are in the way your relationship with money. So there's just a lot of reviewing things right now. A lot of people are just thinking about next steps. And because COVID-19 and quarantine and social distancing and people teleworking and so on and so forth, we're all thinking about a lot of things, just like living in our heads right now. And that's not, that's not unusual. COVID-19 is unusual. And this is, I believe this is the first time that, a lot of people have had to work from home, not by choice, but that you've had to work from home. So there's a lot of introspection going on right now. So we also have Uranus in Taurus. And so Uranus being in Taurus, even though Taurus is the sign that's most affected by that, Uranus is attached to Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, which represents your journey to intellect and power, right? So the Uranus being in Taurus right now represents inner freedom. So a lot of people are thinking about inner freedom. And inner freedom doesn't mean splitting up with your current love or deciding you want to be single. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It could just mean that you have done some things in your life a certain way that now you want to try something different. It's about self-esteem, about those tangible things, the wealth and tangible things and so on and so forth. Okay. Whoa. Okay, Leo. All right. Okay, Leo. So the other planets that are in retrograde, before I get started with this, the other planets that are in retrograde are, we have Jupiter, which is attached to Sagittarius. You're reviewing, your visions, your ideals, your belief systems in life. You have also Saturn, which is in retrograde. That's attached to a Capricorn and Aquarius. And so you're thinking about, again, relationships. It could be self-love relationships. It could be romantic relationship. It could be, it's just, or romantic relationships. There's just a lot of things going on, happening right now. But the Hanged Woman is the first one that I received. Sometimes on some cards it says the Hanged Man, but this one says the Hanged Woman. That is Neptune energy. That is attached to Pisces, the zodiac sign Pisces. But this is about sacrifice and patience and suspension, right? So immediately what I'm getting from you, for you, from the universe, Leos, is that you have been very patient. Okay, and I hope this makes sense as I move through the cards. You have been very patient about a situation. The Ten of Wands, this is a lot of responsibilities, a lot of obligations. What the universe is telling me is that you've been patient with a lot of people around you. We know that Leos are very caring, that you guys are grateful for the life that you're living right now, and you guys believe you're living a good life. You're very optimistic. You're natural leaders. You're kind and protective. You're very loyal. You're honest. You're vivacious. And so from that, people can't help but to give you attention, but this is you really, really giving some thought about who you should keep in your life and who you should remove from your life, because you got a lot going on, right? And having a lot going on doesn't always mean a bad thing, but because we have planets in retrograde where you're reviewing a lot about relationship, money, and not just a romantic relationship, but just relationships with family and yourself. And so that's a lot, and so you're thinking about what you can offload here, because this thing has you bent over. This is what I'm getting for you, Leo. Look at this 10 of Cups, wholeness. Okay. You're being patient right now with all these obligations and responsibilities in your life, because even if you offloaded some of these things, you would still be whole. You still have a lot of access to a lot of things, a lot of connections. You see what I'm saying here? So right now you're thinking about what you need to keep and what you need to let go in your life. Because no matter what, Leo, you're still going to have a good life. You're still a natural leader. You're still kind and you're very protective. You're still honest and vivacious. You're still very loyal. You see what I'm saying, Leo? Leo is a fire sign. So this is your journey to spirituality and taking action. You're absolutely getting ready to take action if you haven't already started. Again, Venus being in retrograde, it's going to retrograde. Venus goes direct on June 25th, right? So we have a few more weeks left. And you're thinking about a lot of things in your life, how you're going to restructure your relationship with money, your relationship with love, and everything. And again, love could mean love with yourself, the love of yourself, love your family, or romantic love. But you're thinking about a lot of things, Look at this, the Empress. This Empress card. You are strong. You are relaxed. Look at the fruit of your labor. This is Venus. This is for the Venus card. And like I said, the focus right now primarily for you, even though there's other planets in retrograde and we have Uranus and Taurus right now, the primary focus for you is your love life and your money. That's what you're really reviewing. Those are the things that's like really heavy on your mind right now. These are the things that's heavy. And you're thinking about those things. You're like giving a lot of thought to a lot of things right now. Because remember, regardless, Leo, you're still this vivacious person. Okay? And you have this vivacious life because you're a natural leader. You're very optimistic. Look at the fruits of your labor. Look how you're sitting down. You're confident. You're a goddess. And if this is for masculine energy, you're God. You're a God. Okay? The reason why you're reevaluating your relationships in your life right now, besides the fact that we have planets in retrograde, and you're thinking about your inner freedom and things, because things can only get better for you. But you're also thinking about this. The people that you allow to get close enough to you to stab you in the back. I think I said this one time before. This is not from a crossbow. See, a crossbow, you don't have to be that. You're very usually people are far away because you use crossbows to kill animals, but it can also kill people. But this sword, these people were close enough to you to stab you in the back, Leo. I'm anxious to see what the next set of cards have for you. Yeah. But they still can't take that goddess energy, that Mother Earth, that femininity, away from you. This is what I'm getting so far for you, Leos. Yeah. You're patient. You're just kind of like, okay, Venus is in retrograde right now. I'm thinking about a lot of things with some people about to get cut off. That's what I'm getting, Leo. That's what I'm getting from you. Because you like, okay, it's time for me to just fly, to fly higher. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So the second set of cards, again, you're thinking about, you are patient, but this is the fruit of your labor. Again, fruit of your labor. In your time of introspection, you're thinking about some things, about offloading some of these burdens. You're sitting here still thinking. You're thinking new beginnings, of how sweet life will be without those unnecessary burdens weighing you down, okay? You're about to take action. Like I said, Leo, Venus is in retrograde for only a few more weeks, but there's some people are on that cutting board, whether they know it or not. They're gonna be some people that you're blocking, some people that you just completely letting go. You're like, listen, I don't have time for this. A lot of people are in that energy. Look at this, Ace of Cups. Emotional expression, creativity, free flow. You know, the fact that you are kind and you're protective, the fact that you are a caring person, people have taken advantage of that. They have really taken advantage of that, Leo, but not anymore. Like I said, there are going to be some people that's going to be real shocked by your next move, which is cutting them off. And I mean just cutting them out of your life altogether. They're going to look online and see that they're not even on your following and followed list on Instagram and on social media. You just cut them off. You didn't make any announcement. You didn't have to make an announcement. You're just like, you know what, this person just doesn't, you know, what's the purpose? You're not even trying to figure out why. You're just like, okay, something in my spirit is telling me that I just need to just move on. And it's not always a bad thing, okay? Sometimes, okay, what's coming to my spirit is sometimes, Leo, it's not so much that that person is intentionally adding these burdens to your life. It's just that you have stuff going on. You have a lot of obligations and responsibilities yourself that you can no longer carry them. You know, you can't carry their responsibilities and their obligations, if that makes any sense to you. And that is okay. I don't want you to feel bad about it. I want you to move on. You know, I really, really want you to move on because you can only carry but so much. You can't walk around trying to carry other people's burdens. Look at this. Five of Swords, self-interest. This is about, Leo, this is about you, about health and wellness for you. That's what this is about. That's why Venus being in retrograde right now, we're thinking about love and money, and we're talking about Uranus and Taurus, because Venus is attached to Libra and Taurus, right? This has to be about self-interest for you, so that you can continue living the good life. And so it's not even personal, because I don't see any cards here talking necessarily about an ex-lover, like an ex-romantic relationship. It's just people in general, you know, that have gotten close enough to you that betrayed you. Or even if you got an inkling, but I'm getting a strong, strong, strong betrayal, okay? This is what I'm getting, like somebody actually stabbed you in the back and left you for dead. That kind of Joseph energy that's in the Bible. You know, there were some people who were just flat out jealous of you. If you guys aren't familiar with Joseph in the Bible, first I was going to do like a little bitty teaching about Egyptology, but I'm not going to go there. But Joseph in the Bible, for people who are Christians, he was Jacob's son. He was actually his father's favorite, okay? Talking about this card right here. He was actually his father's favorite. He was the 11th of 12 sons. He was actually Jacob's son. Jacob was a nomad, but he was Rachel's son too. And Rachel was Jacob's second wife. And so Jacob, the father, gave Joseph a coat that was in the Bible. It talks about different colors, but it was actually red and purple, and that showed his favor, like, this is my favorite son. Well, the brothers got really jealous, right? So it's not surprising that red and purple are in this card, like a variation of purple and blue, like kind of like meshed together. But it's not it's not uncommon for people to see the favor on your life and for those close to you to get jealous. And this is what I'm seeing, Leo, for you, that people got real jealous of you and they try to take you out. And so them trying to take you out really only hurt them in the long run, because you're such a caring person and because you're so loyal and honest, and you're kind and protective. You would have protected them had they protected you. But some people are so blinded by jealousy, like with Joseph in the Bible, his brothers left him for dead, not expecting for him to get up. But who took him in? A Pharaoh. That's where Egypt kind of sort of comes in, right? And so when you come back around, they won't even recognize you. And I'm not going to say people are going to be bowing at your feet, Leo, but they should have done the right thing by you, and they didn't. They stabbed you in the back. And these are people that were close to you, that you consider real close friends, like brothers or sisters in your life. That's what you consider them as, right? But now, because you went in, it's all about you. And it's about the people that you're going to still be loyal to, the people that you're still going to be kind and protective of, and the people that you deeply care about, right? But that's going to take some time for you to sit back and really give it some thought about who is going to be on that cutting block, you know? So you go in and you think about it. But your mind is clear, Leo. You don't have any mountains, nothing blocking you. Your mind is clear. You're sitting there thinking. You're judging your thoughts. And you're replaying some things over in your mind. But guess how you're going to come out of this? The Tower. The Tower, well, I love all the cards, but I really like the Tower, because the Tower, remember I was saying early on about the planets being in retrograde? Jupiter being in retrograde, which is attached to Sagittarius, that particular zodiac sign, this is tearing down all of, and let me see, Jupiter is going to be in retrograde until September 13th. So for this year, 2020, Jupiter is in retrograde for 122 days. So follow me here, Leo. Everything that you thought about, like who you allow in your space, is going to be torn down, right? This is the part of the self-care, the self-interest, being in survival mode for you. That's what this Five of Swords represents, right? Being in survival mode and also self-interest. But Jupiter being in retrograde, you are reviewing your visions and your belief systems in life. All that's going to be torn down so that fresh ideas and fresh belief system and fresh visions, you know, and fresh ideals are born from this. That's what this is. I'm telling you, Leo, they're going to regret, if they're not already regretting, what's coming, because you are loyal, you're honest, you're optimistic, you've been living the good life, but things are going to get better, because you're kind and protected. And like it's protective, you would have protected those people that stabbed you in the back. You can't help the favor on your life. So they just should have hung in there with you. I'm telling you, when you got in that, when you got in that posture of reflecting, you went the hermit, you went inside and you started thinking about some things and who was going to be on that cutting block, and who was causing you all this unnecessary pain and stress and drama. You could have easily started to vibrate lower. Right? You could have been competitive. You could have been jealous. You could have been dogmatic and prideful. You could have even gone into a place of just being lazy, you know? But that's not what happened. Those ideals were torn down and a whole new Leo emerged. This is for my masculine and feminine energy. Let me pull an oracle card. I have 2 sets of oracle cards here. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, is that they shouldn't have betrayed you. They're going to regret stabbing you in the back. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So what is Cancer? That's your journey to emotions and creativity, right? A personal issue reaches resolution. What's the resolution? What's the personal issue? People close to you that you allowed to get this close to you, they stabbed you in the back. The only resolution is for you to cut them off. That's the only resolution. That's what I have for you, Leo. Let me, universe, please give me some more information for our Leos on today's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what happens. Creation. Look at this. At the center of the universe. You've torn down these ideas, these ideals, these ideas, this belief system for your life, the visions that you had, of bringing certain people along, and a new creation is born from that. Whenever something dies or crashes like this, see, you have these like thunderbolts in the buildings coming down. This is your whole foundation and structure coming down. And so something else is born from that, reborn from that. And that's a wonderful thing. But I'm telling you, Leo, those people that stabbed you in the back are going to regret it. They're really going to regret it. That's what I have for you, Leos. That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. That has been your reading for today. If this resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And share with people other Leos in your life that may need to hear a good word about what's going on with them right now. But like I said, we have some planets in retrograde right now. We have Venus in retrograde. We have Jupiter in retrograde. We have Saturn in retrograde. And we also have Uranus in Taurus right now, which deals with your inner freedom, self-esteem, and so on and so forth. But like I said, Leos, I have these crystals here. I have the amethyst here. That's about transformation. That's protection. That's addiction release. And it's also a sleep aid. It deals with your crown chakra. So that's diving a little bit deeper. That's your the meeting point between the physical body and the universe and your soul. Okay. There's a great awakening for a lot of people, and this is another amethyst here. But this is also the rose quartz, which deals with love, compassion, kindness, and tenderness. This is your heart chakra right here. And so this is all forms of love. This is romantic love, family love, and self-love. So it's a lot going on for you, Leo. But my overall energy I have for you is that those people close to you really should not have left you for dead. They really should not. They should not have betrayed you like they did. All right, that's what I have, Leo. I hope you have a great day. Bye.